you so much for stopping by my little corner of the web. If you see any hints of smoke across the screen, please know that I am burning incense right now. I'm burning a lemongrass scented incense that's supposed to connect to the solar plexus, which is very fitting, though completely unplanned, given the topic I'm discussing today. So, my name is Tia, and I am the Southern Rose. And I wanted to discuss something that I personally suffer from, which is the feeling that I must be productive at all times. This is something that has plagued me for many years, and it's been effective for furthering my personal goals. It's been great because I am very good at using every minute of my awake time working on different projects. However, when you need to disconnect and unwind, it can be challenging if you're used to operating in this mode. And one of my friends, who's also on YouTube, and I'll put her information below, mentioned to me specifically that I needed to learn how to not be productive. Things that I do from time to time have to be attached to something other than productivity. It's very challenging for me, but I am up for the challenge, and I do see that I have a need for that balance in my life. So, thank you to my friend. You can find her on here at the Califia Confidential. I hope I said that correct. Califia Confidential. And she has her own YouTube station, which is fantastic. And again, I will link it. So, anyway, the thing about avoiding that productivity trap is that we live in a society that encourages us to be productive at every moment. We are living in a time where being anything less than productive is considered horrible. If you're not being productive, then you're some sort of loser. When actually, everyone needs some time that isn't connected to being a producer. Sometimes you just need time to be. And that's something I've struggled with. I'm very attached to my identity as far as what I can create and what I can produce instead of just relaxing in the wholeness of my being. So, with that being said, I took a little time and in true productivity fashion, I wrote 3 ways that I could avoid being productive. But these are very practical ways that I will be engaging myself regularly so that I can become more balanced in this way. So, the first thing that I thought of was scheduling do nothing time. Now, do nothing time is simply a little time that you allow yourself to just be. You could take a nap, you can take a walk, but don't make it about productivity. Don't make your nap about recharging so that you can power through more things. Don't make your walk about burning calories. Make it about something that has nothing to do with productivity and schedule that time regularly. I have started that this past week and I like it. I just kind of mentally schedule. I didn't set an alarm for it, but I just listened to my body and napped when I felt like it. I ate what I wanted and I didn't judge myself on those things. So that was a lot of fun and it continues to be a lot of fun. It'll be something that I continue to engage in for sure. The next thing that I've also been doing is practicing giving my full attention to any task that I'm working on instead of multitasking. This has been a struggle, but I remember reading an article, it was either an article or a book about, I want to say, Audrey Hepburn, and how she did not multitask. She didn't believe in multitasking. She believed in giving her full attention to one thing at a time. And I admire her work ethic and the model that she left for us. So I figured if she can do it, I can do it too. So definitely focusing on one task at a time is very important to avoiding the trap of feeling productive at every moment of the day. The only reason most of us multitask is because we feel that we need to produce more and do more. And that's not at all the case. Many times we would do better to just focus on the one thing at hand other than trying to do 2 or 3 things at once. I am getting better at this. This, like I said, is a challenge, but I am getting better. I do tend to notice that it works especially well with my conversations, not scrolling through my phone and talking at the same time, but just putting my hands down and listening to what someone else has to say, and listening not just with the idea of responding, but listening to see if I completely understand what's being communicated to me, if I can feel the other person's feelings and understand their concerns. That's been my focus. So, definitely focusing fully per task or per activity is a wonderful way to avoid feeling like you have to produce at every moment. Now, the third thing is one that I am a little uncomfortable with because I like to excel at everything that I do. However, this works best if you're not very good at a thing, which is to indulge in a hobby that you cannot monetize. What usually happens with me is I get a hobby in mind, I have a good time with it, and I immediately want to turn it into a business. But in this case, if you're not good at a particular thing, then having it as a hobby means yes, you're improving, but you can't monetize it immediately. You can't give yourself productivity goals with it. All you want is to get better and to get mastery eventually. And having in your mind that you can't be productive with this immediately certainly helps keep you from falling into that trap of being productive at every moment. So for me, this is the visual arts. I am very good at sketching. I'm okay with painting, but certainly sculpture is not my gift. So that is exactly where I need to turn my attention if I want a hobby that I cannot monetize, because no one would want to buy anything that I create from clay. That being said, you may find it's something else. Perhaps it's cooking. If you're not a very good cook, maybe that can become your hobby. It should be something you enjoy naturally, but it should be something that you really don't do well at, because it forces you to not measure productivity. It forces you to just kind of relax into the learning process and to do the best with what you can right now. So, those are three very easy ways to avoid falling into the productivity trap. Can you tell me some more ways that you've thought of to avoid constantly feeling the urge to produce? Because that is not the way we want to live. Yes, there's a time for it, but every moment shouldn't be connected to productivity. We should have lots of moments full of joy and happiness and peace and relaxation. And those things aren't marked by being productive. Those things are different from productivity, and we need to have more of that in our lives. So that's it for today. I didn't have much to say other than that, but I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.